Welcome back to Golf Extra. Jon Rahm's decision to leave the PGA Tour for LIV Golf has sent shockwaves throughout the golf world, inspiring reactions from almost every big-name golfer remaining on the traditional PGA circuit. Not only that, but it has also fired up more rumors regarding another PGA star who is rumored to be considering a move to LIV. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now let's get right into Viktor Hovland's response to LIV rumors. Viktor Hovland has recently been rumored to be considering a move to LIV Golf. But why would Hovland decide to do this? After all, after a big tournament win back in August, Hovland had no idea what he would do with the money, telling GQ Sports, "I literally cannot think of anything I would buy, to be honest with you. Like, it's obviously a lot of money, and it does open up some doors for sure, but it's not like I had an unsuccessful year or prior years before this point. So if I would have wanted something, I probably would have just bought it." That's why it was a bit surprising when Hovland again found himself in the news recently, being rumored to be following Jon Rahm to LIV Golf. He was forced to address these rumors on Discovery's 4 podcast, hosted in Hovland's native Norway, saying, "If I had gone to LIV, I don't think I would have become a better golfer, and then it is, in a way, end of discussion. You need the competition with 150 players and a cut. If you don't play well enough, you're out. There's something about it that makes your game a little sharper." He still doesn't fault players for leaving, saying, "It would be a bit silly to criticize players for leaving. After all, you only hear one angle in the media, and there are quite a few different parts happening at the same time. I totally understand why he, Rahm, left. That's a lot of money." Then his tone changed as he went after the PGA Tour leadership, which Hovland and other golfers believe are somewhat responsible for Rahm's departure. Hovland started by saying, "Just to be clear, I'm not complaining about the position I'm in. I'm very grateful for everything. But the management has not done a good job. They almost see the players as labor, not as part of the members. After all, we are the PGA Tour. Without the players, there's nothing." He continued, "When you get to see what happens behind closed doors, how the management actually makes decisions, which are not in the players' best interest, but best for themselves and what they think is best. They are not professional golfers after all. There is a great deal of arrogance behind it all. There is, of course, a division. The PGA Tour is not as strong as before. That's a fact. The more people leave for LIV, the stronger they become and the weaker the PGA Tour becomes. I think that's crazy. I just hope that it will turn to normality in the future." Hovland wasn't the only one to comment on Rahm's departure from the PGA's group of elite players. Tiger Woods, while playing at the PNC Championship, was asked to give his own response, which was mostly surprised that Rahm actually left, as he said, "There's been a lot of talk over the years of certain players going LIV Golf, and it was speculation until it happened because there's been rumors of names going and not going and whether they materialized or not. We assumed it was just speculation until it happened." When Rory McIlroy commented on Rahm's decision, he mostly did so in the context of the Ryder Cup. McIlroy, Rahm's teammate on the victorious 2023 Team Europe squad, was already thinking of whether Rahm would be eligible for 2025, saying, "John is going to be in Bethpage in 2025, so because of this decision, the European Tour, DP World Tour, are going to have to rewrite the rules for Ryder Cup eligibility. There's absolutely no question about that. I certainly want Jon Rahm on the next Ryder Cup team. I'm going to miss competing against him week in and week out. He has got so much talent, he's so tenacious, and he's a great teammate in the Ryder Cup. The thing that I've realized is that you can't judge someone for making a decision that they feel is the best thing for them." McIlroy, a longtime PGA defender, also commented on the general decision by Rahm, with his hardcore stance seeming to have softened somewhat, saying, "Is it disappointing to me? Yes, but the landscape of golf changed on June 6th when the framework agreement was announced. And I think because of that, it made the map from the PGA Tour LIV a little easier for guys. They let the first guys really take the heat, and then this framework agreement legitimized basically what LIV was trying to do. Then I think it's made it easier now if that's really what you want to do." Justin Rose, a longtime leader on the PGA Tour, also gave his thoughts on the matter, saying, "This is a huge part of the jigsaw puzzle that you've seen John go. And then I don't know who else goes with John. I mean, obviously, if it's just John, that's bad enough. What does that mean now to the trickle if it's John plus a trickle?" He added an interesting point, that Rahm's move is especially interesting considering the weight which the Spanish stars typically placed on his heritage. "I think John's a legacy-focused player. He really represents Spain. He understands who he's following there in terms of Seve Ballesteros and Jose Maria Olazabal, so I don't think he was careless about this decision. Rose took an objective view, saying, "We're all trying to evaluate PGA Tour versus LIV in the sense of the fan base and the economics around both tours, but he's the delta. He moves the delta. He weakens one side and strengthens the other, so it's a big move." Ricky Fowler, who has been the subject of a fair share of speculation regarding his own potential move to LIV Golf, added, "Rahm's decision doesn't necessarily change where I'm at or anything like that. We definitely don't want to lose any more guys to LIV. I feel like we're potentially in a good spot with the tour as far as top players being together. I know there's some other stuff player-related going on. Yeah, it doesn't change where I'm at. Ultimately, I'm kind of always trying to make the tour better." Australian star Jason Day made his thoughts known, saying, "If he does go, it's going to be sad to not see him as much because I actually like Jon a lot. But on the other end of it, I know that the numbers that they're throwing out or what I'm hearing is generational wealth. That is actually quite significant in regard to thinking about future generations as well. It's got to be exciting for him. I know that for a fact. But I have mates over there, so I don't fault anyone for going across. I mean, I wish he stayed, and I wish a lot of the other guys stayed too. That's just the nature of the beast right now." While it seems that LIV's momentum is incredibly strong at the moment, they did suffer one recent loss. Ludvig Åberg, a young Swedish phenom who has often been compared to Hovland due to his Nordic provenance, apparently declined to move over to LIV even after being offered a long contract, saying, "There were a number of red flags, which is not good. We realized that I could potentially burn a lot of bridges and I wasn't interested in that. When I look back, I am very confident in my decision. I will never chase money. What I do is compete. I did the right thing." Åberg added, "I wanted to play against the best because I am a competitive person and like to compete against the best players. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that at the moment. It's a bit more fragmented. When I look at the PGA Tour and the competitions there is so much history around all the competitions, and that's what I like. That's what I go for. But then you have to respect everyone's decisions." That desire is definitely affected by Rahm's presence, or lack thereof, on the PGA Tour. Åberg's acknowledgement of that fact is emblematic of the feelings of so many others in the golf world. As he said about Rahm, "Obviously, I love him as a person and a player, and selfishly, I would love to compete against him, but everyone is entitled to their own opinions and decisions, and everyone has to respect that." Comment with your thoughts and make sure to subscribe for more content like this. We'll catch you in the next one.